Hey YouTube and PSA World, I received another submission, PSA submission, and this is from last year, around December of 2020, and so it should be about 71 cards. It's interesting, this is a rubber band on one of them and the other one doesn't have it, so I hope that's a good thing. And so we'll do the rubber band box later. So hopefully see what we have. Good stuff. Oh wait, so I'm gonna save this one for last. But a little bit of basketball. So we'll start with the basketball. So this is a 1990 NBA 248 Drazen Petrovic, and I believe this is a rookie card. And we have an 8. Okay, so this is one of the top cards in this set as far as rookies, and receiving an 8, that's definitely not good. And I'm looking at it now, I definitely have some flaws around the edge and a corner, so definitely deserves an 8. And now we have the 1991 Micro. These are always fun. This took a lot of time. They're very small, but fun. Definitely, if you're bored, it's interesting going through that. If you grew up in the 90s and late 80s, this would be a fun set to break. So this is Ken Griffey Jr., and an 8. So last time I submitted one of these, I sent my best ones, and they were all 10s, maybe 1 9, about 3 10s and 1 9. So this is an 8. So this is one of the ones that wasn't as good. So that's a disappointing 8. I was hoping for at least a 9. There's another Griffey. Hopefully we do a little better with this one. And we got our 9. We got our 9, and what I like about these slabs, my first few slabs with Griffey, the card was like down here or up here, and this one they put a plastic, I guess, column to be able to keep it steady, which is great, more centered. So that's a 9 of a Griffey. And here's a Chipper Jones. Doubt we'll be getting a 10. That would be amazing if we did. But I'm pretty sure this would be close to an 8 or 9. And we have a 6. Ooh, so I got killed on that one. Off center, definitely. So that's probably it. If that was a 6, we're probably going to get a few more 6s in the Chipper Jones. I set more than 1. So this is definitely going to be another 6. Oh, an 8. Okay. Got a Chipper 8. Chipper Jones Micro, 1991 Topps Micro, 8. Like I said, we have a few of these. Another 8. The last submission that I sent of the Micros, I sent my best Chipper Jones, and they were 9s. So I was hoping for the 9s, and I could see that I was accurate the first time in sending the best ones, and these are definitely not going to be 9s, but I threw them in there anyway, and I submitted them, and another 8. So it looks like we're going to get all 8s and 1 6. Okay, this one I believe is going to be close to a 9 or 10, and this is a Barry Bonds. A 10, nice. Nothing wrong with that. 1991 Topps Micro Barry Bonds All-Star 10. Yes, this one definitely I thought was going to be a very good one compared to the Chipper Jones and Griffey, which I had already submitted before, hoping to get lucky. This one should be close to a 9 or 10. Also, Nolan Ryan, a 9. So that's a really awesome card of Nolan Ryan. So you can see that. Throwing strikes. And it's a 9. So that's pretty cool. I always like Nolan Ryan. So we're going to try to see what happens with this rubber band. It's just strange that one of them had a rubber band and the other one didn't. So, open this up. doesn't seem like a 70 card submission. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is a little lighter. Let me see what I have here. So this is another Drazen Petrovic, and I believe we had an 8 in the last one. Hopefully we do a little better. So we got a 9. I'm hoping for a 10 with these cards. Blazers, not sure if you played anywhere else. So those are 9s, a 9 there. This is a cool card too of Sean Kemp. I believe I had an 8 the last submission I had with these cards. I'm hoping to do better here. 10, nice, Sean Kemp rookie. Those are a lot of fans like big following of Sean Kemp. So to have a 10, that's amazing. That's awesome. It's another Sean Kemp. I believe it's the same card, and we got a 9. All right, so 1 for 2 with the 10s, but 9 is not too shabby. And we have a Hall of Famer here, David Robinson. And we have an 8, his Rookie of the Year. 1990 Hoops. The cards seem a little bit distorted, and didn't have the best lighting when I submitted these, so in the future I'm not going to do that. I'm going to make sure I have good lighting. You can tell the corners are a little beat up. I thought it was good enough to send in. I'm hoping for a 10 here. Another Dave Robinson at 7. We went even lower. Even lower with the David Robinson. 1990 Hoops. So not too good with the David Robinsons. I thought he was an amazing player back in the day. So definitely a follower and a supporter of David Robinson. So these are still personal collection if they don't do 10s. And there's a 9. 1990 Hoops, David Robinson, All-Star. So we have a 9 here with Barkley. Fans look fake. They look like cutouts. But pretty neat. Pretty neat card. Got a 9 there. And here's everybody's favorite, Michael Jeffrey Jordan. Didn't even know his middle name was Jeffrey. And this is, again, 1990. As you can tell, I broke a box, and we got a 9. Nothing wrong with that. We'll take Michael Jordan 9s. Awesome action shot of him in the All-Star game in Miami. So as you can tell, I opened one of these boxes up over the winter break 2020. So here's just hopefully 10. 9, okay. They didn't beat me up on the Jordans, that's good. 1990, Michael Jordan. There's a little bit of a corner issue. I think that's a little, very tiny. Definitely have better lighting here than I did when I submitted these. So this one looks pretty good, but I believe maybe a 9 again. Yep, Michael Jordan, awesome pick. Awesome pick of Michael Jordan, 1990 Hoops, number 65, PSA 9. Can't tell if that's somebody from the Heat. I don't know who, but a really awesome picture of him dunking. Didn't have the tongue out, but close enough. Here's the same card. 7. All right, we finally got hit. We got a whammy here, and I deserve it. There's a big little lift on the sides here. Tough to tell at first. That's probably my weakest. When I grade cards, that's where I usually get beat, is on the sides, not the corners, the sides. If I don't check that out. But well centered. Just a little bit of a surface issue there on the side. So these are cool. I always like these. This card of Mark Jackson. Why the hell do you have Mark Jackson? Why did you submit Mark Jackson? Well, this card is a specific card of the Menendez brothers, if you remember them, if you're my age, and they killed their parents and ended up going to a basketball game afterwards, and they are pictured on this card. I got a 9, okay, and they're right there, 1, 2, the Menendez brothers. So those who are young and don't know that, they don't know exactly what happened to them. They went to court. They might have pleaded insanity. I don't remember. Just I remember their story, that they killed their parents and just started having fun with their money. And just interesting card where those two are pictured there with Mark Jackson. So that's a 9. I'll take it. Hopefully we get a 10. I submitted another one. Mark Jackson again. Another 9. So 2 9s of Mark Jackson and the Menendez brothers. Then we have one of James Samuel Vincent. I believe this is a rookie card. Oh, there's some one with Michael Jordan on there with a different number, 12. Now I remember. I got an 8 on that. Sam Vincent shows Michael Jordan, 1990 hoops. So that's another cool card. Too bad it couldn't get a higher grade than that. And I see a little bit of surface issue there. Tiny with the surface issue. 8, maybe the centering a little bit. I really don't see any issues with the centering. But the side right here, it's almost like it's lifted a little bit, the sides. So that's what I missed again. They're tough with these cards. Very tough. So this is Tim Hardaway. I believe this is his rookie. I don't see much. I see something here. So this is definitely not a 10. It's a 9. Tim Hardaway rookie. Very nice card. Was a very good player for the Golden State Warriors back in 1990. So in the 90s. So we got a 9 there. This I thought was cool also. Phil Jackson. Definitely one of the greatest coaches of all time. And he is going to be a 9. 9. Also a great card. With the suspenders and... might have been one of his first years. So this might have been his rookie year with the Bulls. Not sure. But it's very, very cool card. And this is kind of... I believe this is new. They got PSA here on the bottom of the slab, which is also really nice to have. In case of any type of people doing their own slabs, I guess, counterfeit slabs. But this is a very, very nice card of Phil Jackson. So one of my favorite, Larry Bird. I'm hoping I get a 10. Nothing wrong with a Larry Bird 10. This could be a close one. 8. Ooh, got killed on that. So definitely a very, I see it right there. Larry Bird 8, 1990 hoops. Again, I'm getting beat up on the sides here because it looks very well centered. Glenn Rice, I believe another rookie card of Glenn Rice, of this year. And an 8. Ooh, man, getting hammered on this submission. And it's my fault, again, right down here. Well, this is the fun of it, if you have the money. But definitely the vintage cards, I have to do a little better job on the sides. So, that's an 8 right there. One of my personal favorites, centers, Vlade Divac. Don't think he gets enough... respect sometimes. Very good player, hustler, strong, center, and he was a first round pick in 1989 by the Lakers. An 8. Definitely off center, and that's his rookie card. And I have the same one here. Maybe we do a little better than an 8. A 7. Oh man, I got crushed in this submission. Did not do well in the submission. It doesn't look like a 7 to me. It's off-centered, but not to be a 7. It should be maybe a 9. but the card looks sweet. I don't see anything issues with the bottom of it. Maybe they're a little tougher this year with this this set, being it's 1990, one of the wax era that just so many cards of these were made. But 7 right there. And for the final card, I believe this is the final card. I don't know if there's another card in there. No, no card in there. So this is, I had gone to a thrift store, and this was in a, like, one of those plastic packs, like this, kind of like this here, like that. And it was a whole bunch of 1985 cards. And I said, I'll buy it, and it was like $4 or something like that. You know, I was like, I don't know, I'll take a risk, just because it was this year. And lo and behold, I pull a Mark McGwire in that pack, and this is the USA Mark McGwire. So this is his rookie Topps card. And man, if I could get a good grade on this, I think it's going to be an 8, to be honest with you, maybe a 7. But it was just interesting. I said, you know, let me just submit it and see what happens. See if I strike gold. 7. Yep. Still not bad for a Mark McGwire rookie. And finding it in a thrift store. Somebody will if I don't sell it, it's a PC of Mark McGwire. Obviously, he's my generation. One of the greatest home run hitters of all time. 1984 United States baseball team. And it's always going to be a great story for me that I found this card in a plastic bag of other cards in the thrift store when baseball cards were exploding during COVID. But I can see there's a little bit of a surface issue there, and maybe some more surface issue in the back. I mean, really tough to tell. Oh, a little bit of spot there. One of those spots that they have with the wax. Maybe 2. No, that's just something else. So, interesting submission. Only 110. Only 110 in the submission. Disappointing. A few 9s. The Mark Jacksons were 9s. With the Melendez brothers, we had several 9 Jordans, which is good. This, you know, don't think I'll make my money back unless I hold these for another 30, 40 years. But it was interesting. I hope you liked the throwback slabs. Yeah, you have a good night, YouTube and PSA World. We'll see you on the next one. I'm hoping to have a bigger submission next time. I will put these in my store. My store's link is at the bottom of, well, in the description, you'll see my store's link if you want to purchase any of these cards or any other cards I had submitted in the past.